This is Austin with MaidCentral, and in this week's build guide, we'll be taking a look at some of our latest feature additions. First up, we've released the beta version of the Core KPI report, which can be found in the Company tab. From here, you'll be able to see all your core KPIs, as well as tooltips that describe each. At the top of the page, you'll have two options to set the time frame you want the report to look at. First, you'll set the number of weeks to average against, and then we'll set the ending payroll period. Setting it like this will force the report to look 52 weeks back from this date. This report will be especially useful in conjunction with the new growth forecasting tool, which is an external calculator you can find here at the bottom of the page. Since this is an external tool, it's separate from your MaidCentral instance, so you'll need to create an account to access it, but it's easy and free. First, click Create Account, then enter in your details. The company field here should be unique to your business. After we click Submit, we just need to find the email that was just sent over, copy our system-generated password from the email, and click Verify. You can see here the company name has changed to match the form we filled out, and now we can log in. Now that we're in, we can click the Growth Forecasting tool and input our core KPIs from MaidCentral to see projected growth over the next several years. We can then save this model and make changes to it to see how changing the KPIs can impact our business in the long run. In the future, we plan to build this forecasting tool into MaidCentral, eliminating the need to copy and paste your KPIs in. While we're on the subject of core KPIs, we've added widgets for each core KPI to the custom dashboards. So you will now be able to build those KPIs into any of the custom dashboards you're currently using. Next up, we have a handful of smaller features that aim to improve the flexibility and efficiency of the platform. First, we've added a new pop-up to the batch invoicing page. When you go to batch jobs into a single invoice, you will now be prompted to set the invoice date right from MaidCentral. This date will default back to the most recent job. Next, we've added a section in the Company General page that will allow you to choose the specific wording that technicians will see when they are about to check into a job. This text will display in the confirmation pop-up right as a technician is checking into the job, allowing you to carefully craft the message they see as they are about to begin working. Next up, on the Invoicing and Job Records report, we've added a button that will instantly clear the page of all bubbles and selections. No more unchecking every single bubble and box if you just want to create a single invoice or charge a single card. Next, we've expanded the functionality of the lead capture form to allow additional data to pass through. You can find more detailed documentation on this feature in the dedicated support article, but this should allow our more tech-savvy users to accomplish even more without the need for additional software solutions. The current lead form will not change, but the lead form post endpoint that web developers are already posting to now can post additional fields to that endpoint that will then save into the quote. In theory, this means that a customer could submit a custom lead form from your web page and jump all the way to step 3 in the quoting tool without the need to re-input any of that data. Speaking of quoting, we've added a small link to the internal quoting tool that will allow you to jump back to the lead details page. And lastly, on the Questions tab in the Quoting and Scopes page, you'll find a new small icon with crossed arrows. When we hover over this icon, we can see where the answers to these questions will be mapped into the customer's account when that lead converts and becomes a customer. This should help avoid any confusion when making edits to the questions in your quoting tool. And that's it for this build guide. Thank you so much for joining me today. For more detailed information on this release, please check out the dedicated support article, which will be linked in the description below. Again, This is Austin with MaidCentral. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.